Welcome to the SaturdayMP Show, episode number 63, being recorded mostly live, January 20th, 2025. This is a show about shipping secure, high-quality software faster, and we do that mostly through live demos, kind of examples, just trying to do more hands-on stuff than just kind of a presentation. And it's mostly live, so because I try not to edit these videos too much, so if I make mistakes, you get to see them for the most part. I try really hard not to edit out my mistakes, so it's like the improv of software examples. Maybe, I don't know, we gotta find maybe a better way to say that. Anyway, I'm your host, Chris, and today we're going to keep going through the advent of code. Maybe I'll bring that up here, advent of code. There we go. So yeah, we're going through the advent of code, the day 12 problem here. So this is part 3, and hopefully the last part, again, mostly live. I don't know if I'm actually going to finish this or not. So yeah, we've gone through some of this problem, solved parts of it, and now we just need to solve the rest of it. So for those that haven't watched the previous videos, you should go watch them just to get an idea, or you can go read to the advent of code, the day 12 here, just to see what it is. But then basically we're going to get it's supposed to be like plots in a garden, but basically it's a file with different characters, and then so all these A's represent a plot, these B's, this 4B, like down here it shows it, this 4B's represent a plot, and we have to figure out how much it's going to cost to fence the area. And for some weird reason, the cost to fence the area is not just the linear square foot, the perimeter, it's also the area. So last episode we calculated the area for a given plot, and now hopefully we're going to wrap it up and count the perimeter, because that's really what we need, is the area. So as you can see down here, it's the area times the perimeter basically gives you the cost, and then you just have to add them all up. So there's a bigger example. You have to add them all up, and then you get the final number. So let's see if we can do that today, or maybe there'll be a part 4. We'll see. Okay, so last time we calculated the area. We had an area function here and a recursive area function that went through. So we treated this grid. Let's go look at the test file here. So if we look at this test file here, so like here, basically we just kind of assume we would grab one of these nodes. So we treat this as basically like a 2D array, but we kind of treat it like nodes. So we just grab one and pick it up, and that becomes our root node. And then we go, assuming the nodes can go and have 4 children, you have your up, down, left, right. So you kind of check each one of the children. If they're the same letter, then keep going. If they're not the same letter, then stop. And we kind of traverse that tree, not really a binary tree, but just like a tree, I guess a quad tree, because each one can have 4. We traverse that tree. So if we grab this top left corner, we find nothing up, but we find this A to the right, and then we jump to that node, and then we look up, we find nothing up, we find this A to the right, so we go there. We look up, nothing there, nothing to the right, there's 1 down, so we go there. And kind of, you get the idea, and then we go down, and then we go down, and then we go down, and we go up, and then we come back to here. So we also have to mark the fact that we visited this node, so we do that as well. So if we visited the node counted again, and then we just kind of go all the way back, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, and these are just some of the tests that actually GitHub Copilot created for us that go through the list there. And right, so here, here's how we load. So we have this class plot nodes, maybe not the best name, and it takes the lines from the file, and then it creates a list of lists, so kind of like a 2D list, 2D array, if you will. And then we created this area method, so given an XY coordinate, go there and just figure out the area for all those areas. So it calls the recursive one to do it. And then, so that was working. And then, so we're actually just going to want to recurse over all this stuff once. I guess we could recurse over it 2 times, but we might as well just recursive once. Instead of just turning an integer that's the area, we're going to return an object that includes the area and the perimeter, because to calculate the perimeter is really just all the nodes that you couldn't go to. So if you're like this top left A, if you go here, you can't go left, you can't go top. So its kind of perimeter is 2. And then this A here is also 2 as well. Like all these A's actually are 2. This B is just going to be 4, right? Because it can't go 1, can't go anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a better example? Oh, where's my? There we go. Yeah. So if we look at, say, this, like this V here, the perimeter count's going to be 1 because you're going to try it. You're going to go up. You're going to go right. You're going to go down. You're going to go left. But you can't go right. So as soon as you can't go somewhere, then that one, you add that to your perimeter count. So we're just going to have a running count of the perimeter as well. So I think that'll fix it. So I don't know the best way to, if we should combine these, or because we do have this thing that figures out the area. So maybe the first thing I'll do is I'll rename this, and then I'll change this to be, instead of an integer, it's going to return like a class, or I don't know. For those who don't watch either, I'm not very versed in Python. Like most of my career has been in .NET and then in Ruby and some PHP and kind of other languages, but I haven't done a lot of Python. So I'm challenging myself to do these advent to code, or at least this advent to code in Python. So whatever kind of a class or structure basically here, I started in C as well too back in the day. Actually, VB6 was the first language I worked in professionally, like my first paying job way back in the day. Yeah, okay, so but making back this, so I'll change this to return a structure, and for now it's just going to return the area, but then we can also add the not the area, the perimeter. We could add the perimeter parameters here as well. And then for each one of these, like right now, every node we go to adds 1 to it. But in this case, if we're going to have to do a check, I think, if we can't go that way, like if it returns 0, then we add 1 to the perimeter parameter. Perimeter parameter. Oh, it's going to be hard to say. So I think that's what I'm going to try today. So I try to treat some of these examples kind of like real life, but again, that would take forever. Obviously, this is more like a homework assignment, or so we're not going to do as much error checking and stuff as we would normally do, logging and all that stuff. So okay, and then this would probably be like, so the other thing I was thinking about too is this area recursive is actually a destructive method. Like it has a side effect of setting these plots to star, and that's how we know that we've already visited them. So that would be something like if this was in production, like you'd have to make a big note about that, or maybe don't do that because that is kind of scary. Or maybe this method's private, like basically you load this plots class and then you change the data in it. Like if you called this again, basically because we're changing everything to star, then that's the way, what we said. We visited those. So it's gonna be, you can only call it once, basically. It's all you're gonna get out of it, which is fine for this. But if this was real life, you'd want to make a huge note about this, or maybe change this method. So maybe we'll end up doing that so it's not as destructive. But I don't know, like to non-destruct it or make it non-destructive, maybe you'd have to make a copy of it or something, and I don't feel like doing that. Okay, so let's rename this because this is area, but let's just call this actually, I do have the README here. So this is just cut and pasted the README from the website. It's price. Okay, so let's call it price. Okay, let's see if this has some. I do have to do a talk about refactoring coming up. I did one for using .NET tools in the JetBrains IDs, which have great refactoring, but I don't know if, I think I have some Python plugins installed. I wonder, can this have, if I rename this, like is Visual Studio Code smart enough to rename all the things. Let's just call it price. And let's see. Oh, okay. It must have renamed it because the test still passed. Did it rename it here? Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. But again, yeah, unfortunately, it's not smart enough to rename all these. This all needs to be price. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's renamed to price. This should also be renamed to price. Let's just call this price recurse. Okay. So the kind of idea is this is the public method. And I don't know, this is more just for as we're going through. I don't know if I was designing an interface, if I'd have where you just get the price for a particular plot. Right, and then we're gonna have to add a check, like if it's a star, then don't, don't bother to calculate it again. Okay, so that, let's see, does that still all work? Okay, so that'll still work, so it's good. And now let's see. Okay, so let's commit that. You can be smart enough to notice I just did a rename. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, good enough. So again, if you watch it, I usually, like, if I'm working on actual client's code or something like that, like I'll edit that comment a little while. But for a lot of these examples and videos and stuff, it's kind of nice just to, it enters usually a pretty reasonable one. It's like, okay, good enough. Like I can just get on with life. Okay. So now we want to create another class. So we have the plot nodes class. What's a good name for that? I don't know. Like, do we call this like node, like price and area? What do we? Oops. Do we just call it like a region price? Just region price, like something like that. Sure, let's stick with that name for now. And then region price.py. How do we declare classes in, is it just class? Yeah, okay, class, and then you gotta put the colon at the end. No, I don't want to ask anything, sorry, go away. I didn't this to be region price colon, and then it's really just going to have two methods. Do I just put these as let's see, does Python have the have structs? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, class or name tuples. Do I want a name tuple? What is a name tuple? Oh, okay. Region price equals name tuple area price. Let's put it as a class, like. What's the difference between the two when I use it? Oh, they don't look very much different. Okay, maybe we'll just use the name tuple. Then we don't even need to create a whole new class. Where would you put this name tuple, though? Would it go... Like, would I put it? Are named tuple usually put in their own class? at the module level. Okay. But I need this class to note. So I guess like if this was a C project or like C sharp or something, I would create a structure like in its own class. Maybe we'll just keep it as a class, and then we could do more with it later. Right, because it's this way we could define that they're integers. We can make everything nice and type safe too. So let's just do that. It doesn't look like I can make a name tuple type safe. So I think too, if I just declare area and parameter, I think these just show up in, like, these are public by default. So if I go here, oh wait, I have to import everything from, no, not data. I don't know what data classes are. Region price. Yeah, okay. So there, and then, right, we would go through it all. We don't want to return 0 anymore. We want, oh, we're gonna have to pass. Oh yeah, that was the other nice thing about just returning integers. We could just keep adding it up, but in this case, we need to pass in the region price to kind of as the input here, and then output it again, because we'll need to add. Right, yeah, do I write one recursively calculates area and one yeah, but I'm gonna mess it up. Like, I think we just do one. That's probably the best. So let's just pass in the region price. Of course, if you RP, is that how you do it? It's probably underscore because Python. Yeah, if you have any feedback for how I'm doing this, let me know. I haven't looked at any answers because I wanted to, just kind of try and solve this myself, but I would get a Copilot spitting out answers sometimes, but yeah. Oh, this needs to be region price with a colon. There we go. What is this? Just not used? Region price is not. Oh, I have this backwards. I need to, like, this is what I need to do. There we go. Okay, so region price. So, like, I'm just going to return a region price all the time. So, okay, for now, let's not worry about the parameter, but for now, like, if the equivalent of adding 0 is just to return the current region price. Done. Region price. And then, like, when we call this, we're going to have to region price equals 0, 0. And then we just pass it in here like that. In this case, we're also going to, we need to change this to return our region price. Oops. Right, because we could return the area, the parameter, and then we could also have a method in here that returns actual price. So, then we set it to this. And so if we get to here, okay, so if we get to here, we want to count this one. So yes, that's correct. And then we're going to need to change all these to region price. Oh, but okay, wait, now I have to think about this. So how am I going to determine? So if I try to go up and up is blocked, it's basically going to return me the same region price. Oh no, this is outside of the array. Okay, but here, if I try to go, if the letter is not the same, okay, this is outside the bounds. All right, okay, but let's not worry about the perimeter yet. Let's just do the area and get those tests working, then we'll come back and muck with the perimeter. So, region price. Right, I'm just gonna have to keep passing it in. Like, this is kind of not great, but. Wait, do I make that an out parameter maybe? Okay, so let's just do this. Okay, and then this we don't need anymore. And then each time we just pass in the region price so we can add to it. And then when we're all said and done, then we return this. Okay. So this should fail because obviously I made all the signature changes. Yeah, okay. So now if we go to our test, let's look at here we are. Let's see, dot area. This is what I think we need to do, right? If we put dot area for all the, I guess I should have technically changed all these tests first, but okay. And then let's see if that. Oh, 2 failed. No module names, region price. Oh. This. Oh, these loading, like. Oh, these loading of files are just so annoying. Do I need to put .py here? Like. How does this, how did I do this again here? Okay, let's go here. Oh, dot. Okay, I need to put the dot. Boop. Is that gonna fix it? Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Now everything passes. So let's just make sure, I don't know, 12. Like, and then all these should fail. Yeah. Okay, so it's actually doing what we want it to do. Okay, cool. So we've kind of rejiggered that signature there, refactored that to return the region price. So that's pretty nice. All right, we get rid of that comment. That was remind me what the heck I was going to do next time I started here. Not the same plot. Okay, so that all works. So let's commit that, I think. Right, we changed the region price. Whoops. Yeah, we added that class. We'll change this to area. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, like it's pretty. These I guess these comments, they can never explain why you're doing something, so that's usually what I end up adding. But I like using this part. Sometimes I'll put the what, like they changed it a little bit, but sometimes I'll put the why, like the why part here, and then leave this as the other comment down below. Because usually, often this is not too bad, like for what you did, but doesn't really have the why. So okay, and then I think I'm gonna what I want to do now is they give a bunch of examples in the file here. So we do have this basic example. So let's set up those to be tested. So let's update some of these tests a little bit. Like, how do I want to do this? Yeah, because we're going to want to test the area. I guess deep down inside, all we really want is the price. But for building this out, we'll test the area, then we'll have the perimeter. And once we have those, like, we're pretty much guaranteed to get it correct, I think. And we're only testing like one place that we're grabbing right now. We're not testing like all of the ones. So we still have to do a test where we kind of go through all the areas. But so let's refactor some of this test here. So what do we call this? Is like the price for a specific plot or specific coordinates. So test plot nodes specific what's that called when you have an XY? Man, my brain is what are names for X and Y coordinates combined? It's like a not a point. Oh, maybe it is a point or a coordinate pair. Yeah, let's just call it point. Test plot nodes. Let's put price for point. Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do is, I wonder if there's a way to, in these tests, where you can, because I almost want to load, like I want to load those 3 files, those 3 example files, or even not even load them, but just have them, just use them, or initialize them in there. Because I almost want 3 of these. So I almost want like an array of these loaded plot nodes, and then I want like the area, the perimeter, and then we could just test all 3, and then we could call like, oh, but I guess each one will be slightly different. How do those files look? Let me see. What's the best way to do this? Maybe I just load this file. That's not a bad one to try. It's got everything we want. Like it's got one that goes down. It's got this. D's a single one. Like what other crazy? Like that should be a pretty good test. Maybe we'll just load this file into here now. So let's just set it up like this. All right, so we load that, and then let's try, like, what are some good ones we should test? The top left, so that should be, that's 4. And maybe we'll do this B. So this, that would be what, 1, 1, 0. Oh yeah, because I have to remember these are lists of lists. So this is 1, 0, and then the 0. This is 0, 0. So it'd be 1, 1. And then I want to do, say maybe the C here in the middle. That's a pretty good one. So that would be 3, 2, 2. We start at 0. And then let's get rid of this one. And then let's do this, like so. And then let's do this E at the bottom. So this would be 4 or 3, 1. Okay, so this area is 4. This one is also 4. 4. Yeah, because we have to remember every time we run this, we're going to, oh, does this setup get called every time? Test fixture. Oh, I don't know. Because every time we call this, it's going to destroy, it could have potential to destroy what's in there. I guess these are not great because these are all 4. Like, it'd be hard to tell. I guess it should be okay. Let's just do it. Okay, so let's see. Is that... All right, okay, cool. So that all works. Really? I'm always so worried when, like, tests just pass. Okay. Like, I always think that I screwed something up. Which is probably healthy for me. All right, so does... is the setup method in Python unit test called once per class or per test method? I don't know if I'll change it. I might just leave it. It's called before each test method. Oh, okay, okay, so that's good. Okay, so assuming GitHub Copilot's right, that's good. That's what I want. Okay, let's, so in this case, let's just amend my previous commit. How do I do that in, there we go. Yes, it's all good. Okay. Okay, so that's all good. Okay, so the area still works. Fantastic. Now we just need to calculate the perimeter. So let's do some test-driven development. I don't really think we need that. So let's see. Perimeter. Okay, so the perimeter for this is, it tells me in the, actually in here. So we could just, A is 10. A and C are 10. 8. Oh, there is a D plot. Oh, I missed D. Oh yeah, there's the 1D there. Okay. C. So let's call, what's comments in Python again? A. Let's say top left. And then this is B. Top right of B. Top left of A. And this is C, which is the middle left of C. And we forgot D, so let's add D in here. One and only D. So that's going to be 2, 3. An area should be 1. All right. Oh, I got something wrong here. Holy crap, that's a lot of error messages. Oh, I recursed too far. Okay. Right. Let's see, middle. Let's do the right. Let's do right of E. So this would be 3, 2. All right, is it my D that's messing everything up? Let's see. Nope, I screwed something up. Oh, it's because I'm calling this again, right? I can't. Oh, this call is what's doing it. Because I messed up the inside. Yeah, see, that's that side effect kicking in there. Okay, now everything passes. Run 4. Shouldn't there be 5 tests now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is it only finding? Oh, test. Oh, I gotta call these top left. A. Let's see, test price. We already called it that, the thing that. So let's test top right B left C only 1 and only D test right E. All right. Okay, so which one doesn't it like? Test 1 and only D. I got 4. Okay, so so it's not 2, it's 1 and 3. Sorry, because in 0, 1, so I'm going down like this. My X. So it's a little. I guess it's a little backwards. I wonder if I should fix that too. And then D, it's the second line, which is 1, and then the third one. So then it should be 1. Okay. So I guess to fix that one, I'm not going to call this recurse this price on both. Like I'm not going to call it. So I call it once and just use the results. Okay, so that's good. Let's go ahead and amend that commit too while I'm thinking about it. This one. Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Okay, so that's all good. So now let's refactor these tests. Let's so we need the what does this thing return again? Oh yeah. Let's just call it result. Okay. Region price equals yes. And then we would do self dot dot price perimeter. That's gonna be 8. Okay, so we just have to set up all those kind of like that now. All right. Kind of wonder if there's a way like I know in C# you can have a test and then you can have attributes on it and you can just pass in a bunch of parameters. Because really I really need is X, Y. Like it's really the same method over and over and over again. Is there a way to do it? Is there a way to pass parameters to a Python test like you can within C# using attributes. Yeah, but parameter. Oh, I have to install this thing. Oh, okay. Pip install parameterized. Do we try it? Sure. Let's see. Pip install parameterized. Oh, so I'm using Python on a Ubuntu WSL. I wonder. I probably should have just created a Docker container for all this, but pip install Python 3. Is it a? I think it was a parameterized. How are we looking for time? Oh, 40 minutes. Okay. Oh, whoops. Sudo. There we go. Okay, so now I should be able to do this. I love how you like from parameterized import parameterized. Like that seems kind of redundant to me, but okay. Yeah, like this is the test we want here. So let's just cut and paste this for now. And then we can do at parameterized expand. I don't know if that's right, but we'll just take that for now. And then it looks like we could pass in the argument, which is like we want this to be top left A, right? And then this one to be top right B. Just so we have a nice, when the error's out, we kind of hopefully, quit popping up all that crap. So I wish there's a way you could turn, like I only want it, maybe we should figure out how to turn the hover on so it lasts like longer or takes longer. Because that's really annoying. Middle of C. Like I know it thinks it's being super useful, but it's a lot of times it's not. One and only D. And then oh, I guess sometimes I don't use the this would be middle left C. Okay, and then I needed probably a bunch of arguments. Yeah, okay, so I need the name. Let's call this test. Let's call it point name. X, Y, expected area, expected. I'm assuming that says parameter. Yeah, okay. X, Y, expected area, expected parameter. Okay. And now I theoretically don't need all of these. Let's just let's comment up this. Let's see if this passes. Oh, I didn't want. Oops. No. There we go. Should actually read what I'm typing there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. And then if I put this, the 6 is fine. If I put this as 4, Should fail, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. So we have that. Let's just do this as a whip for now. Okay. So that's pretty cool. And then if we do this, it's going to fail because the parameter will be 0, right? Yeah, they're all 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Oh, where did can I use the, if it fails, does it give me a little more? Oh, it does give me a little more detail there, because you want to know which one it failed on. Test plot notes price for point. Test. Oh, this is test price. How do I get the... test price for... Oh, okay. It is using... it's using this first argument. Do I need this point name? Like I guess it'll fail, right? If I don't. Yeah. Okay, so let's just call this name. What's this one called? Test price 3, 1 and only D. Oh, okay, so it's treating it as an array. So if I go like to the first one, is 0. Okay, so I know which one it is. Okay, so let's leave that in there just so we can have the names in there. Okay, so that's good. Right, now to here. So now we have that test set up and we're pretty sure it's right. Let's see. Now I need to start adding to the parameters. So if I get teleported outside of the array, then I need to do region price like this. And I think if it's not the same letter, I need to do the same thing. Okay. So I think that'll make some of them pass. 4 failed, where before I think all 6 should have. 5 failed because I have one test that is just loading the file. So okay, so probably the D one passes, I'm assuming, because can I see? What's a nice way to see which ones passed and failed? Oh, it doesn't really show pass, 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 fail, fail. Yeah, like it doesn't really show what's one's passed, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, but we can look here because it's 0, 1, 2, 4. 0, 1, 2, 4. Okay, so the third. Oh, what did I do? Why is spell checker here? Can you make you go away? How do I? Okay, I don't know what the hell I just did there, but can I put this up here again? Okay, there we go. Spell checker issues by word. Oh. Okay, good. So if we go look at our tests, we had 0, 1, 2. Yeah, the D passed, which makes sense because it's the only one that's completely surrounded, and all the other ones rely on getting to here. So, now this part's kind of gross, where I need to. I need to see if the area so if it went, now I have to think. So if I'm doing that A in the top left, and it tries to go right, that's okay. So if it tries to go up, it's going to return 1. If it, right. Oh, this doesn't work. Why? Okay, so let me take a look at which one of these is a nice, easy one to look at. Let's look at this E. So I expect it to be Expect it to be 6, but it was 10. Oh, okay. Let's double check that all these areas are correct. They're probably right. So, okay. So this perimeter is 1, 2, it's like 4 up top, 4 below. So it's 8, 9, 10. So this shouldn't be 8. It should be 10. B should also be 2, 4, 6. This should also be. Oh, is it 8? Yeah, 8. So that's 8. That one's correct. This one should be 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go away. 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 10, and then E should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay, let's try this now. Oh no, they still failed. Oh, I'm getting, okay, let's just look at, say, A. A is 13. The parameter is 13, and my expected parameter is 10. Now, I guess I initialize this plot nodes as, I do initialize this correctly, right? 0, region price 0, 0. Okay, so I'm going to come in. So say I am, let's look at this, A. So I come in, I'm not outside, that's fine. It's not, it's the same letter, A and A, that's great. And then I go to the right. So I'm going to keep going right, boom, 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 all the way to here. So my perimeter is still 0. Now I'm going to try and go down. That's going to give me 1. I'm going to go to the left. Oh, but I don't want to do this. If it's a star, that's what's screwing me up. Oh, okay, because I went to the left, and now because I changed these all to star. But it's basically that I already visited it. So yeah, maybe I should have done that. Okay. So we almost want something like if is this not equal to star, then do this. Okay. Okay. There, I think that'll fix it. Hey, right on. Cool. So now we have the perimeter. So I think, wow, maybe we're going to do this under an hour. So that's pretty good. So all those are working, right? All these tests pass. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty good. So the other thing we could, okay. So let's just save that. Let's be happy with what we got. And we want to amend this to the, well, let's see. What do we say here? Boom. Sure. And then we want to amend. Oh, did it amend it properly? Okay. Looks like it did. I think. Okay, cool. that's pretty good. We don't need this. I guess we can go. Okay. So that's just for one region. But if we want, can you overload methods in Python? Like I just want to do this. Not pass. And I'm just going to loop through all the for. Yeah, just loop through everything. If it's not equal to that, right, like start, go through all the rows, all the columns. So that is, I guess we're going to return an, how do I return an array of a region prices? What is the syntax for returning an array of objects in Python? Right, but if I go, oh, sorry, I can't quite see that. Oops, where'd it go? Oh, just call it list. Okay, that works. Okay, so I want to do so I'm gonna want to have, say, like right, so each one of these is going to give me a region, and I just want to add to the array. So all region prices. No, let's see. Sure, all regions. I just do list. And then I just go all, is there an add? Append, I guess? Yeah. Can I do something like that? Self is not defined. Oh, I have to add the parameter in here. Okay. So, oh, okay, maybe if I include self, oh, I think I understand what's going on. If I include self in here, that means it's like it's like an instance, or it's like a, not like a, it's a non-static method. Like you need an instance of an object to call this method. If you don't include self, I'm assuming it's like an instance method. So, okay, so, right, so you have to load it and then you have to call the price on it. Again, we would have to think, like if I was writing this, you'd have to add some error checking here. Like if you didn't load anything, this is all just going to blow up in your face. So, or maybe we just end up making these static where it accepts like the lines and you just calculate the price or something. So you don't need these objects. But I don't know, maybe in a later video, if people are really interested, we can refactor this to be like production ready day 12. Okay, but for now, we have the self, so that's great. So I think this does what I want it to do, but again, let's set up some tests because I want to see. Actually, sorry, there's one thing I want to do before I do this. Let's just comment this out. I wanted to add the price The expected price is going to be 40. 4 times 8 is 32. Oh, no, just 32. Don't put them all in there. Don't try to be so smart. 40, 4, and 24. And then we could do self.assert equal price. Let's just have the object do it for us. Expected price, or let's, yeah, expected price. And then we don't have this method, so can we just jump? Can I go to reference? Yeah, perfect. Go away. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go type declaration. Ah, no, not the integer. Go to reference. No, how do I go to this method? Oh, go to definition. There we are. Sorry. And then we could have like a def, price, self. Yep, there we go. Area times perimeter. Okay. Oh, we got a bug here. All 5 failed. Oh, I should change this to be. How did I do this? Int. Yeah. Oh, what do I got going on here? Right of E. One, two, three. Bound method region price dot price is not equal to 24. Isn't that what it is? What the 40? Yeah. 3 times 8. Source R 45. What's the? Why does it thinks it's a character? Interesting. Not equal to 4. What does this mean? This is not a great error message. Maybe it means something for Python people. Oh, okay, where are we now? I'd like to wrap this up here. Let's see if I can. Is a method rather than a value. Of the region. There's a price attribute, check. Area and perimeter, check. Let's move this over here. Do I need to make this a property? Isn't it just a... Does property fix it? I don't know. If it does, I'd have to look at why. Oh, it does fix it. Oh, because I forgot to put the brackets. Right, I need to do this. Right, because I guess I'm used to. Yeah, so I switch language. Like Ruby doesn't require that. Some languages you don't. If you have empty brackets, you're not supposed to put anything. I'm sure that's a problem. Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, that was a okay. So bound method. So okay, that means it's tried to resolve the method rather and treat the method name compared to 24. Good old Python interpreter. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. So the price all works. Maybe let's rename this. So test plot nodes, because we have our test pretty good here. Test price for point. Test price at point. Okay. Okay, so that's all good. Everything's working. Let's do a commit here. Okay. And now we're going to want to do this one. So actually, first things first, let's do test driven, I guess. Def test price. I need a self in here, right? Self test the price. So so I'm going to get an array. So the result is going to be right, but I need to. Okay, so it's all initialized up here. Okay. And then I can 5? Is that what I should get? A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, okay. So creepy how Google or GitHub Copilot figures that out. So I get 5 of them, and then I want to actually just do this test for each. Basically, I want to do this. Is what I want to do. Do I just steal this? I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to make these tests all the same, but because what am I really testing for? I'm really testing that I'm not accidentally counting the same one, that I correctly deal with stars is what I want to do. Because when I come into here for the first time, or when I call this, if it's a star, like I'm gonna have to add a check to ignore that. So so yeah, let's just copy this for now. Maybe we could figure out a way to make it nicer later, but let's just put this here. Expected prices equals sure. All right, because each one of these, so I want to be like this, and then have a return. Yeah, okay. Can I do this in are you gonna complain because it's not all in one line? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Where's my fat fingers? Okay, so then we get this. We should get 5 of them back. And then oh yeah, what's the order we're gonna get them in? The order is gonna be I guess we could put the letter in there. That's probably the easiest way to do it. It's just for each one of these region prices, just have the. Oh, but we can have multiple letters. Right, we can have multiple letters. So does that look reasonable? So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work because it might not give us the right oh, error. X and Y. For I region price in enumerated results. Oh, missing 2 required positional arguments X and Y. And price. Okay. Oh, okay. So we got a bug in our code here. Okay. So, oh, we want, that's what it's trying to tell us. Method doesn't exist. So this should fail because we're not checking, I think. Right, we have that there. Let's see. So can you have overloaded methods? That'd be really weird if you couldn't. Why is it still complaining? Can you overload class methods in Python? Oh, okay, it doesn't. But it isn't an error. That's this is not the best error message. Like ideally it'd be great and just I guess it uses the last price method that it found because it found this and then maybe when it was parsing it, it clobbered this price method with this one. All right, total all, let's call this all prices. There you go. Type of list cannot be instantiated. Use list instead. Oh, what does that mean? How do I create an empty list? Should use the built-in list instead. Here's the corrected code. Well, that is weird. They just rewrote that for me. Oh, just like this. I can just do that. Is that an array or a list in Python? I guess. Is there a difference in Python? Does it matter? Okay, we're getting a different error. That's good. Oh, maximum. Okay, yeah. So we're getting a maximum recursion because eventually I think we're just going to run into all stars. So that's failing. So that's good. Get the layer of the plot. Ignore it if it's already been visited. If letter equals star, return. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because we don't want to actually append a 0, 0. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe we don't put that logic in the price here. Maybe just assume it's up here. If, yeah, then we do this. Okay. Oh, it's kind of a ugly nested statement. All right, we got something back. Would have failed, but line 41. Right, so I don't think this is in the right order. Is probably what's going on with. It's probably the problem because it's going to find. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer because I almost want to assert like that all three of these are true, but again, I'm going to get the same thing. I guess for this example, like we know we're just going. How are we doing this? We're going rows, columns. Yeah, we know we're going like A. So we know it's going to be A first, then B, then C, then D. Oh yeah, it should be in A, B, C, D order. A, B, C, D. Yeah, it should be in that order. You would think. I keep appending it. Let's just do this. I'm curious what this is going to say. Print all regions. I wonder what that'll print out. Oh. Right, I need these. There we go. Oh, it just 2, 3, 4. Oh, it didn't. I have to do that. I was kind of hoping it would print off all the objects. It's kind of a bummer. Okay. Expected 6, but it got 8. Oh no, it got 6, but expected 8. Oh, Oh, now we have another problem. Oh, okay, because we've marked some of these as stars, but it's only a star if we're in the current. We only don't increment if it's a current one. If it's, oh, okay, we need to do, oh, I have to think about that for a minute. Okay, that's the problem. So, yeah, maybe we need another way to mark it as visited. Well, okay, this is a bit of a. I guess what I should. Yeah, I had. If you watch the previous videos, I did have a note. I just wasn't storing this as strings. I had like a node object, and I thought, and then I got rid of it because I was like, well, they're just store these as characters. Who cares? So that's a string. It's not just a character. I guess we could put. So there's a couple things we could do. I was thinking we could lower all of them because if you look at the actual file, I'm not logged in. I have the file here. It's all uppercase, and we could kind of make an assumption. Here's the actual input. They're all uppercase. Oh, that's fine. You don't need to spell check that. Do I just lower them? Because once they're loaded in here, we treat them all as strings, so we could append things to them as well. Okay, do I just cheat? Do I just say, does this even have it? Stir dot is lower. Oh, it does. Is upper. Okay, maybe maybe that's what I just kind of a ugly hack. Okay, is okay, does that check? What does that check? If all of their and at least one case character. A string is lowercase of all. Okay. So basically, if it is upper right, I'm assuming I need the brackets. And then, so here, this one we always add 1. If it's one we've already visited before, then it will be if self.plots is so if the one we're visiting is already lowered, but it's the same, to upper equals letter. Oh, is it like this? Yeah. Okay, so if, but I have to change it. So if it's not, I don't want that. So if the current letter uppercased, if the current letter is not uppercase, Okay, so sorry. If the current letter is lower, then no matter what, we're going to return. So that's going to go there. If it's lower, and if dot to upper is not equal to letter, then increment the price before we return. Okay, that's what we shall do. Oh, if. I need an if statement here. If. Oops. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch of okay, so we screwed up there. So if it is a lower, oh, I have to oops, equals, there we go. Is it lower? I can just call upper. Okay, so most of these are failing now. So return a copy of the string converted to lowercase. Return a copy of the string converted to uppercase. Okay, return true if the string is an uppercase string, false otherwise. So if it's true, then calculate everything. All right, avoid different plots. And then we mark it as visited. Okay, so this one is error out line 25. Okay, so the area is not correct. We expected the area to be 3, but it was 16. Oh, whoops, we don't want to put it as the letter. Letter lower. Okay, it should be 3, but we're getting 16 back for the area. Why is that? So it's right. Oh, I have to okay, so if it's a lowercase letter, we're gonna just jump right out. We don't care. Oh, okay, my logic is still wrong here. Okay, so if the letter, oops. Okay, so it's not equal to the letter. Then we need to do this check. Again, this isn't the best way to do it, but if the letters aren't equal, I'm assuming this is case sensitive. Yeah, okay. So this is a case sensitive if the letter is not equal, but it turns out that it's lowercase letter of the one, or it's not equal to the lowercase, like it's a different letter, then increment that. Okay, cool. So that looks like it's all working. Okay, I'm at hour 30. Well, let's just finish this off. Okay, so that's good because we're pretty much at the price. I'm just going to wrap this up. So, so the last thing we do, at least I hope, I hope this is right. So the last thing we really need to do is implement. We have the all prices, and let's just do this: def total price. The integer. Yeah, and that looks right. Okay, so we total price is 0. We set the prices for all, and then we return the total price. And now if we go, so we won't write a unit test for that. Let's just go right to our method here. We did this. And then we're just going to do load file. It's not quite day 12 input. It's going to be not even day 12. It's just going to be garden plots.txt. I might have to call this from like source garden plots, and then we just print off the total. So in this case, it's going to be negative m source calc fence price. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this is right or if I totally screwed some. Oh, I have to log in. Okay, give me a sec. Let me log in here. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to pause it while I log in. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. I've logged in, I think. Did I log in? Oh, yeah, okay. So what was my... this one. All right. Hey, okay, cool. We did it. All right. Wow, 3 stars. Oh yeah, there's a part 2 for this too. Okay, maybe I don't know. If people are really interested in the part 2, let me know. I kind of find these assignments a lot like homework assignments. They're kind of fun, but I don't know. I don't know how many of them I could do in a row. We'd have to see. But kind of in summary, what we did. I know it's an hour and a half, so man, this is like. I don't know. People let me know how long it actually took you to actually solve this, because again, you probably watched a YouTube video where someone solved it in like 10 minutes, but they'd spent, like, what did I spend? 1, 2, about 3 to 4 hours on this. So, so I don't know if that's good, bad, what that is. But so what we did is we kind of just treated everything and we made it a 2D list, a 2D array. We kind of wrote it up gradually. The first thing, we just picked the easy one to calculate the area at first. And then once we got that working, we kind of refactored it, because once we calculated the area, we had a recursion algorithm down, except for this. This part here, we were just kind of marking them with a star to show that we visited them before. But hopefully this is a good example of how you can like slowly build up with a problem. Like, you're not 100% sure how to solve it. You come up with a kind of a basic plan. So a lot of times this is how I work. I come up with a basic plan just so I don't paint myself into a corner horribly. And then I start implementing parts of it, and then you're just getting parts of it to work. And then once that part works, you can go on to the next part, and so on and so forth. So, so yeah, hopefully you found this interesting. Or sorry, I guess we should finish this off. So then we kind of treated it like I like to treat nodes, where if you like if you grab this B, I just imagine all of these as like all these letters connected by strings, like maybe like a bunch of blocks or something like that, or like physical letter that's connected to a string to the one to the top, left, right, and below it. And if you pick it up, that B becomes your root node. And then the 4 children below it are the A up top, the C to the right, the B below, and the B to the left. And then you can kind of use that to reverse down a tree. I find that really useful anytime I have a problem and I need to think about it like a node problem. I just think about like grabbing, like they're all lying flat, and just grabbing one and picking it up, and then you get a tree-like structure out of it. So yeah, then we would kind of just go, in our case, we didn't actually build a nodes. We just did it the kind of, I don't know, old-fashioned way, or however you want to do it. We just had a 2D array. We made sure we didn't go outside of the bounds of the array. We made sure we weren't visiting the same letter more than once, and then we just kind of recursively went over each one. And then, so yeah, you could probably load this and then load it into actual nodes. I don't know if Python has a nice way to do that or not. Yeah, that's basically what we did. And of course, we used tests to go along to help us with it. I thought we'd end up using more of the test examples in our tests, but we just used the one. It all seemed to work out pretty good. So, yeah, hopefully you all found that useful. If you want to see more, more advent of code, let me know. I'm happy to, no one ever writes in. So if you write in and ask for something, I'll probably give it to you. Except for next week, I got a presentation I'm doing, so I'll probably practice a presentation for next week's video. But if you have a question or a problem or something you want me to work on in the future, more security stuff, more programming stuff, a specific question about something, let me know in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube, or you can send ask@SaturdayMP.com. Yeah, any questions and stuff like that, that would be great. I would really appreciate those. And of course, if you liked what you saw, if you liked watching these really long videos, hit the like button, the subscribe, share it with a friend, because that just makes my ego feel better, but it also just helps other people find it. Assuming other people are searching for longer form content where people actually make mistakes, and it's not just a bunch of quick edits. Yeah, and otherwise, thank you very much for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.